Welcome to 30-Minute Quick Bites with Tammy. Ever crave something nice and creamy? That perfect dish, but you're not sure what to make? Well, look no further, because tonight I'm going to show you how to whip up a delicious, creamy, guess what? Chicken pot pie pasta recipe. As you can see, one chicken breast. However, it's pretty big, so we're going to make it work for us. I'm going to slice our chicken into small cube-sized pieces. When you eat pot pie, right? Whether it be turkey pot pie, chicken pot pie, ooh, that sounds so good, turkey pot pie, or even beef pot pie. The cool thing about it is, even though it has those little bites of chicken in the pot pie recipe, they're usually small, tender chunks of meat. And that's exactly what we're gonna do, even though we're gonna be incorporating pasta. All right, we're gonna, as you can see, check it out, slice our chicken really small, cube-sized pieces. Besides, we want our chicken to stretch as far as possible for this recipe. We're going to be creating a delicious creamy filling, the same filling that we adore so much when it comes to eating chicken pot pie. That nice warm flavor, you know, creamy savory flavor. We're going to hit it with a small drizzle of oil. That's going to help with the marination process and also allowing the seasoning to spread on the chicken perfectly. Excuse any noise you may hear in the background. That is just a plane overhead. We have some salt and ground black pepper that we're going to add to our chicken. We're not going to over season. We want to bring out as many flavors, yes, but we don't want to over season. We're going to add some garlic powder. A light hand is perfect. All right, onion powder. A light hand is all we need. And we're also going to add some of my all-purpose chicken seasoning, which is not salty, which is great. And we're also going to go in with our garlic and herb seasoning as well. When it comes to seasoning your chicken, if you don't have these seasonings, then you can definitely season the chicken, you know, using the seasonings that you prefer. Gonna mix it on up really, really good. Once we're done, we're gonna bring our skillet, get that nice and heated, and we are gonna, believe it or not, we're gonna saute our chicken. All right, every chicken has a perfect amount of seasoning, and that's it. I'm gonna start off with a drizzle of oil. All right, gonna add some butter as well. All right, we're gonna add our chicken pieces. We wanna allow as much surface contact in order to saute our chicken perfectly. All right, we're gonna be patient. Even though we cut our chicken into small bite-sized pieces, it should take about 2 to 3 minutes per side. It's been about 3 minutes so far. We're gonna remove our chicken and we're gonna place it onto this plate. Once we're done, we're gonna set it aside. However, we are gonna be using the same pan because all of the beautiful flavors are still trapped inside of our pan. Chicken is cooked all the way through and smelling absolutely delicious. Still cooking on medium heat. To this pan right here, let's add a small amount of oil, nothing major. Let's add some onions. We're gonna saute our onions until they become translucent. All right, we're looking good so far. Onions are fragrant and translucent. We're gonna incorporate some garlic with our onions as well. And we're gonna allow our onions to saute for about 30 seconds until they become fragrant. All right, it's time for us to add our mixed vegetables. I have corn, and I also have some carrots and green peas. Mix everything up together. Perfect. This is so quick and easy. Oh my goodness, this recipe doesn't get any easier. Gonna let them saute for about 1 minute. All right, we're gonna add some all-purpose flour. This is gonna help and act as a thickening agent later once we add our liquid. Okay, so we're gonna allow the flour to cook for about a minute because we don't want our chicken pot pie filling to taste, you know, doughy and floury. That would not be cool. So we're gonna give that about 30 seconds to a minute. All right, to get nice and toasted. Okay, let's add some chicken broth. If you want to add veggie broth, you can. You're gonna get all of the sticky flour bits on the bottom of the pan. See, we have somewhat of like a thick liquid going on. That's because of the flour, obviously. All right, the bottom of the pan is feeling nice and smooth. At this point in time, we're gonna go in with some heavy cream. However, if you wanna add, let's say maybe half and half, because I know I usually get that question a lot, you can definitely add the half and half. Totally up to you. However, just make sure that you add enough flour with the half and half in order to thicken up the sauce. All right. Let's season. Let's add a little bit of garlic powder. Even though we've added garlic, I'm gonna add some of our garlic and herb seasoning. This is not roasted. This is just regular garlic and herb seasoning. Has a nice Tuscan flavor to it. All right, I'm gonna also add some of my all-purpose chicken seasoning as well. This does not have any chicken product. However, it's very complimentary to just about any protein or veggie. Stir it up really good. We want to take this recipe even further, so we're gonna add some dried thyme. However, if you do have fresh thyme, you can add that as well. At this point in time, we're gonna allow our sauce to come to a slow simmer and thicken up some more as well before we add anything else. All right, take a close look. As you can see, our sauce is beautiful, and you can also tell that our sauce has definitely started to thicken up. Okay, so with that being said, now would be the perfect time for us to add our pasta. I opted for rotini noodles. However, feel free to use feel free to use spaghetti, angel hair. Even tortellini will work good with this recipe. It doesn't matter. Add whatever you prefer. Whatever your preferred pasta is what you're gonna add. All right. Little pasta shell's been sitting in the colander for quite some time, but that's okay. Nevertheless, all you gotta do is rehydrate the pasta, and that's it. And they should be nice and loose. Perfect time to add our perfectly cooked chicken. Stir it up. Combine everything. Oh my goodness. Combine it really well, because this, when I tell you, this is going to be so good. Man, listen, if you think chicken pot pie or any type of pot pie is good with that nice little flaky crust, try it with pasta as well. Delicious. Here's the thing also. If you want to incorporate, like, let's say maybe some biscuits with this recipe, you know, if you're missing out on the crust that you get from the traditional pot pie, then you can definitely go ahead. If you have those canned biscuits, you can definitely use those as well, especially the flaky kind. If you want to top it off with a little parsley, you definitely could do that. If you want to add a little bit of cheddar or a Mexican blend cheese, you can rock out with that as well. But for now, my loves, we are finished. Let's see if our masterpiece turned out really good. Oh my goodness. Everything is just so absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness. You give this recipe a try, it's going to be worth it. It's so flavorful, so quick and easy, and definitely melt in your mouth delicious. Oh my goodness, you have that buttery flavor going on, not to mention we added our heavy cream. And then what really takes it to the top is the seasonings as well. Definitely give this recipe a try. If you want to add some cheese to this mix as well, you definitely can. But Trust me when I tell you, you're going to love it, your family's going to love it, and your kids are going to love it. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to Quick Bites with Tammy, and I will definitely catch you with another recipe.